guys? It's Ramzilla here. Today we're going to be talking about a really cool, badass Australian movie called Wormwood Road of the Dead. That I saw about 2 weeks ago. I just haven't gotten around to reviewing it, which is why I'm wearing this is my zombie killing shirt. I gotta represent. Anyways, this movie is really, really, really good. I mean, this movie would change the zombie genre forever. Like, remember the craze that we had back when 28 Days Later came out and 28 Weeks Later? How those were considered one of the most badass zombie movies ever made? Well, this one changes the game like that. This is one of the most badass zombie movies I've seen in years recently. It's so original, it's not even funny. This movie is really original. I mean, really original. Now, this movie was made by, I did believe it had an Indiegogo page. And this movie took a lot of effort and a lot of money to make and distribute. It is on iTunes and on video on demand, I believe, right now. So if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go and pick up a copy, or not pick up, because it's not out on DVD or Blu-ray yet. But go and not download it illegally, but go pay for it and download it, like on iTunes, video on demand, that type of download, not the illegal type of download, because this movie could use all the help it can get, and it really does deserve it. Now I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what the movie's about. This movie is about this zombie apocalypse just happens to start. Like, there's something in the air that affects people and turns them into zombies. There are people that it affects, and they did mention that people with A negative blood it doesn't affect. Now, in this case, it's just people trying to survive. And basically, the sister, she's doing a photo shoot, and her model turns into a zombie, and she survives, and she calls her brother, and then her brother gets his family out. Some things happen, and then he just ends up meeting this guy who sticks with him while he's in search of his family, of his sister. And so then they meet up with these other guys, and they come up with a theory. So they come up with this plan to move around, because they can't stick in this one place forever, in the garage. So what happens is that, the cars are not running, gasoline isn't working anymore, so then they have this zombie that breathes this type of air that produces this type of gas that can help make their car work. So they go and get this truck outside, they pimp it out, and they're on their journey. Meanwhile, the sister is getting tested by this one freaky scientist-looking motherfucker. Now, this is where I start getting into the spoilers of the movie, so you don't want to find out what happens, then I suggest you skip ahead. But if you want to find out what happens, then feel free to stay, but I really suggest you go and watch this movie before you continue watching this video. Or please skip the spoilers, because this movie is just genius. So anyways, this movie, what happens is that this creepy scientist-looking motherfucker, he's injecting blood of the zombie into the girl's neck. And then she starts being able to control the zombies. And that's so badass. Like, this girl's such a badass. I mean, just controls the zombies. That's fucking... And then, meanwhile, the brother and his friend, they end up getting stuck because the zombies only produce this gas through the day, not at night. So then their car gets stuck, they kill these zombies, one guy dies, and then on the next day they're on the road again, and they come across this truck. Now they don't know it has their sister in it, but it does. And they're talking to the soldiers, and their soldiers are like, "Oh yeah, we have this brook over here. You know, come with us." So they start following them, but they know something's up. Anyways, the sister starts being able to control the zombies, and she escapes by controlling the zombies. She escapes, and her brother's like, "Oh shit!" So she jumps onto the car, and then they escape. But then the military guys catch up because they shoot their zombie, and then this is the most bad. They're handcuffed, and this is the most badass part. The girl starts calling all these zombies, and they're just like, "Ugh," but there's still no match. And the friend, he ends up he did get bit, and the girl can control him, so she the friend had this boomerang under the car, which is really sharp, so he cuts off his arm and then throws it at the guy. Anyways, the sister gets shot, and you think she's dead. And the brother's like, "No!" So he gets into a fight with the military guy, and then he ends up kind of losing, and then the military guy shoots a zombie in the face, and blood splatters on his face. And so then the guy throws a match at him, and it burns. And the sister gets up, and she has all these zombies around her. And she's just like, she just controls them, and they start eating him. And then at the end of the movie, they stop this military truck, and the sister's just there, you know, chilling on the hood. And they get off, and then you hear all these zombies like, "Oh!" And she's, oh my god, fucking badass movie. I loved it. This movie gets a perfect 10 out of 10. I hope to see more from this crew. I hope there's a sequel. I hope to see this girl in more movies, whether it's zombie or whatever, because her performance was just amazing. The whole cast and crew of this movie is just amazing. Like I said, this movie could use all the help it can get, so if you can, go buy it on iTunes. Go and buy it on video on demand or whatever, and then when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD, be sure to pick up a copy, because this movie will change the zombie genre forever. Love this movie. This is Ramzilla signing off.
Hold on! Come on, you zombie! You want a zombie? I'll get you a zombie. What?
Round them or through them?
Through them.